So welcome to another episode of Skills and Drills. So the video you're about to watch is actually about a year or two old. So I went out to Utah to train with Buck Doyle, and there's a part of his course where he has us walk across this ridge line where there are targets down in the valley. And the whole point of it is to teach you how to deal with the reality and the nature of shooting out in nature. Like right now, Peter's standing under an awning and I'm outside getting rained on because nature. I'm out here at a gun range, and though gun ranges are out in nature, if you're at an outdoor gun range, they're still manicured in such a way to make shooting as easy as possible. Even the props we have can have barricades. All of those things are kind of artificial, designed to mimic what it would be like to shoot in reality off of, say, something like a rock. In this video, what you're gonna watch is Buck walk me through this course, and you're gonna watch me struggle to actually shoot out in nature that's not designed for me to shoot on. The only thing there that's designed for me to shoot on are the targets down in the valley. And more or less, it's almost like a game of Tetris because I have to figure out how to make it work. I have to figure out how to get the round in this gun to the target, regardless if it's on a rock, through a tree, you name it. And I know a lot of people don't really get the ability to shoot like this, so I wanted to make this video so that they can see it for themselves and keep it in mind so that if any chance they happen to be out in nature and having to shoot, there's certain things that are gonna come up that you're not gonna be cognizant of. And then on top of that, it's understanding the limitations in your ability to move. Can you get into certain positions in order to get a shot off based on what nature is giving you? And if you can't, how do you work around it? I took out my Colion Arms blue rifle to this course. As you can see here, I have a 1:6 Leupold optic on it, and in the video, you'll see I also had a red dot on it. But by and large, this is exactly how I had it when I went out there and how it was set up. So, I hope you guys enjoy the video.
All right, Colin, this right here is probably one of my favorite places to shoot on the property. This whole place, if you look down, all the way down here, all along the river,
yeah.
What I've done is I kind of picked the most challenging spots that I thought Mother Nature will present a shooter to get into position and engage a target, visually and physically. So physically, getting down, am I gonna be in a sitting position? What does that look like? A kneeling, so on and so forth. And then visually, okay, yes, I can see the target, but I do have a tree in front of me. I also have some foliage and white willow down there, so on and so forth. And then we got these winds, okay? You got the winds right here, but how strong are they going down there? So there's a lot of variables, atmospherics-wise, to deal with, but at the end of the day, it's to get down there, shoot, get that good position, and then put rounds down range, read that feedback, and make those adjustments.
Okay.
Okay, so again, what I'm gonna challenge you is to try to get in sitting position in each one, and if it doesn't work, go to modify that position to a kneeling, or so on and so forth. But at the same time, utilize the concealment you have here shooting down range.
Okay.
You want to make ready, are you? Seeing your impact?
Nah.
Okay, keep shooting, and look through your hole, look at the target, look for that feedback. You got that wind coming up, so look for that feedback. You seen that?
No.
You should see that dirt coming up. You got that left and right wind. Do it again. You see that?
Yep.
There you go. There you go. Now the key thing in this is you establish a good shooting position. So once you get that position and you can shoot, manage that recoil, the key is to look down range. So you hold that trigger down, look down range, look for that feedback. See where that round's impacting. You got that wind, so
yeah,
when that round hits the dirt, if you miss, it's telling you which direction the wind's going. Okay, but the way you were shooting is the way you want to shoot. You don't want to shoot one time and then tell a story about it. You shoot and engage, look for that feedback, adjust it, get it on target.
Okay.
Cool?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'll move on to the next position. All right. Another position right here. This time your target's going to be down. See the water?
Yeah.
See that bend in the road? See the Christmas tree?
Yep.
Off to the left, you got an E-gong.
See it.
All right, that's your target. Go. And you saw your feedback, right?
Yep.
As long as you're seeing it, there's nothing really for me to say. If you see it, you should be able to know exactly what you need to do to make those adjustments. All right, next target, you come to that rock. Go ahead. Now, before you do that, I want you to get in a sitting position.
All right.
To a sitting position. You already got that down, so if it's not broke,
Don't fix it.
exactly. Not to say shooting off the rock would be wrong, but here you're getting off something and getting down and getting back up the way you've been doing the last couple times. There we go. See how that works?
Yes, sir.
Move on to the next target. We're going to push down that way. And now we're shooting back into the river again. There we go. Here I'm going to have you shoot off the rock. But like I said, the challenging piece is here, it's not perfect. So here's a rock, here's your shoot. Oh, and by the way, you got a tree branch right in front of you, and you can't see the target until you get behind your magnification, but you're shooting at that yellow circle. You see it?
Hanging down, it's hanging from the tire thread or something?
Yep.
Okay.
That's your target. Now, you see the target, but as you creep back in, knowing where it's at, you can use your magnification to burn through the foliage.
Gotcha.
All right? And at the same time, get a good position. So let's go and work on that first. Cradle this rock, and through that foliage, I want you to find that loophole. Using your naked eye first, find out where that yellow target is. And once you see it, get your gun, line up, and then burn through with your magnification.
Okay.
Okay? You gotta be a little patient, but use your naked eye first. So I come over here, I see where it's at, I know it's a bush, some rocks, I'm gonna creep in, looking for those same things. I can see it from right here. I'm gonna line my gun up, get behind it, and shoot.
Okay.
Now, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll pop?
About to find out.
Okay, and that's what you're gonna deal with here. You're gonna have to shoot a couple times to break off any branches to get there. That's why when you start engaging, you want to engage, get that 120 count. Bang, 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 bang. Focusing on your target, looking for that feedback, knowing when you get through those trees.
Okay.
Again, find it with your naked eye.
All right.
Let me know when you see it.
Got it.
Nice. Took some work.
Yeah.
Did it not? But the thing is, though, so let me show you a perspective of this right here. Look at how much you're shooting through to get to that target. Now, in the training world for us, that's a perfect shot because you could probably take that shot and never be compromised or seen, okay?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, the time you're taking to look at the target, find a loophole in that tree, that's all discipline, you know, and those are one of the things I love about the recce course is it's just not getting to just shoot, putting rounds down range. You really gotta consider your position and where you're shooting. And when you talk about considering your foreground and background, You know, the foreground of your shot starts the minute that bullet comes out your muzzle. So between the rock, that bullet going through all of that, it just so happens you had the perfect loophole, and that bullet was unobstructed going through the foliage. It hits the target on a first round hit. So those are the things I like seeing shooters deal with. They're challenging and they're very rewarding. I know right now you're like, that was cool. Those are some of the big takeaways for the rifle course. I hope you enjoyed it.
No, I love it. Now I get why this is your favorite.
So hopefully by watching that video, you start to kind of grasp and understand what it kind of is like shooting out in nature. Now I know, like I said, everyone can get out and do that type of shooting. And for those who can, hell, take one of Buck's courses. You literally will be doing that towards the end of the course if you actually take the course. But for those that can't, just use the video as an example and as a reference point for certain things you may encounter out in nature. So when you go to set up your particular rifle or your guns, you can set them up in such a way that they become more of an asset instead of a possible liability based on what nature may give you. And for those of you asking and wondering, because I get the question a lot, is my ear pro. The ear pro I'm using right now, I usually double up whenever I shoot a rifle. I do in ear and I do over the ear. Now in this case, I've been running the AK ones for a long time. They're one of my favorite over the ear. I think they're the best value considering how much they are. And if you're interested in finding out where you can get you a pair of the AKT ones, I'll put a link in the description section of this video. This rain is really getting on my nerves. Thanks, Peter, for having me out here. Guns aren't political. That's why I need your help getting this message to spread on YouTube by clicking the thumbs up button, leaving a comment to let me know what you think of the video, then subscribing to the channel. But most importantly, click that bell symbol. For products featured in this video, click the links in the description.